Hello, it's Forex News for Monday, November 23rd, provided to you by InstaForex News team and me, Kate Stichina. Economists still believe that the recession in the USA will not resume, but now there are less optimistic concerning perspectives of the recruitment. The survey's results, published on Monday by the Philadelphia Federal Reserve Bank, testify about this. According to the survey, the US GDP will be growing during each of the next 5 quarters. In compliance with consensus forecasts, the GDP of America in the fourth quarter will rise by 2.7% after the increase by 3.5% in previous quarter, which the preliminary assessment has shown. It is expected that American GDP will advance by 2.3% in the first quarter and by 2.4% in the second quarter of 2010. It is also forecasted that the GDP of the USA will upturn by 2.4% in 2010, by 3.1% in 2011, and by 3.3% in 2012. In 2009, the GDP, according to forecasts, will reduce by 2.5%. The expectations for the US GDP presented in this report were slightly raised in comparison with survey's result held in the previous quarter. But though forecasters are probably more optimistically assess the economic growth prospects. 41 of the economists who participated in this survey suppose that the tough times for labor market are still to come. As a result, the expectations for the unemployment rate and quarterly variation of the employment situation were changed to the less favorable side. Economists believe that the US unemployment rate in the fourth quarter will be 10.2%, as it was in October. If 3 months ago it was forecasted that the unemployment rate in the first quarter of 2010 will be 9.9%, now economists consider that the unemployment rate will be 10.2%. The consensus forecast supposes that the level of unemployment will decline to 10.1% in the second quarter before it will reach 10% in the third quarter and 9.8% in the fourth quarter of 2010. In accordance with the forecast, the unemployment rate will be 10% in 2010, against the previous figure of 9.6%, and then will reduce to 9.2% in 2011 and to 8.3% in 2012. It is expected that the number of working places will decrease by 426,700 in 2009 and by 69,800 next year. The forthcoming maintenance of difficulties at the US labor market have affected on the inflation forecast. The economist's prediction reflects the fact that if the economy continues to grow, the further reduction of working places means that hardly anything can put prices under the upward pressure. Although during the survey there were no questions about prospects of the monetary policy, just because of these inflationary threats, absence forces a lot of economists to expect that the FRS will keep the key interest rates at the previous level for the most part of the next year. We'll be back tomorrow at the next release. Goodbye.